Welcome to the Create.Play.Live show, a podcast on creative, joy-filled living and curiously being you. Thank you for tuning in. I am honored that you're here. I'm Nanette Saylor, recovering stress junkie and certified creativity coach. 15 years ago, I woke up to the chaos of the life I'd created, wondering how the heck I'd gotten there. I'd lie awake asking myself, if I'm doing so much, why do I feel so empty? Why doesn't anything work out the way I planned it? Really, is this what success is supposed to look like? Please, oh please, someone help me find a better way. Fast forward to now, my life is simple, I'm happy, I'm fulfilled by my work and my relationships. I define success on my terms, and I know that I am living on purpose. When I released my career as a hospitality executive, I had no idea what I would do next. It had been so many years since I'd given my desires any attention that I didn't know where to start. Yet somehow I found my way to volunteering in a space where I could sort and organize craft materials. There, a creative spark was reignited, and this beautiful new phase of my life journey began. As I created more, I smiled more. Soon I was finding solutions where previously there were none. Opportunities were magically appearing, and I was making new connections with extraordinary people who were sharing their knowledge and their gifts, many of whom will be honored guests on this show. I became more aware of my deepest desires, and I learned how to take aligned action. My life began to change. Family, friends, and peers noticed the visible shift and started asking me what I was doing that was making me happy. My answer? Making things, creating. It didn't even matter what it was. Messy, ugly, unfinished, with no purpose most of the time, I was playing again. The more I played, the more confident I got and the more adventurous I got. The more I allowed my curiosity to lead, the more interesting and colorful my life became. Now, as I celebrate 10 years as a creativepreneur, 10 years since my intention to begin deliberately living my life in a new way, I am absolutely committed to inviting as many people as I can to play along with me. This podcast is your invitation. Consider it your permission slip. I am giving you permission to play. When you join me to listen to each new episode, we'll be traveling together on this creative life journey. Even if you're still fighting with that voice in your head that says, I'm not creative, trust me, you will want to step onto this path. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect anymore. We are all perfectly imperfect in our own special ways. Thankfully, the road I'm traveling connects me to some awesomely inspiring, imperfect people, some fascinating places, and some really fun things. And the podcast format, the Create.Play.Live show, is the perfect way to share with you what living life in this crazy new way looks like, and to offer you some opportunities to get a taste of this in each episode. In addition to eavesdropping on some delightful conversations between like-spirited people, you'll be introduced to how to create more. Where can you go? What can you do? Have you ever heard of or explored the possibility of an artist's date? We have author Julia Cameron to thank for giving us a beautiful roadmap to follow in the artist's way, and we'll be grabbing nuggets from that now and again. And then there'll be some more how-tos too. How to use connection to fuel your creative energy, how to release and let go of old patterns and stuff that gets in your way and keeps you stuck, how to be brave, how to explore new activities and ways of doing and being, how to get to the core of your desires and to align your actions, how to transform your thinking, and how to expand possibilities beyond your consciousness into a realm that is out there. There's magic there for sure. When you walk through life in this new way, you'll experience miraculous changes. You will live an extraordinary life. I promise. What's next? Play. Oh yeah, I've learned the importance of play, and we're going to talk about and experience play too. Do you remember your favorite childhood games and toys? Imagine playing with those again. And dress up. What costume might you choose? Oh, the stories we'll share. And it couldn't be the Create.Play.Live show without some lessons on living. Live now, not someday in the future. Not someday when my children finish school. Not someday when I retire. Not someday when I save money. Live now, today. Because I don't know about you, but there's no someday on my calendar. The truth is, someday never comes. Let's start living right now, in full color, no holds barred, as crazy as you want to be, doing the things you always dreamed of, and being the woman who lives her dreams. We create our lives with every thought and every action in each moment. And I love that in our lifetime, we're learning that this concept isn't some woo-woo myth. Science is proving it. And we're going to explore the idea here through this podcast, in conversation and in action. We will question it, play with it, test it in all kinds of ways. My guests are going to share their firsthand, often strange and surprising experiences that open them up to discovering what I like to call their creative superpowers. Yes, I believe in my power and yours to create reality. And I also know it's one thing to say that intellectually, to get it, and it's another to live it. I've always been a big thinker. Friends have often called me the smartest person they know. So I got this concept in book learning a long time ago. But you can trust me when I say it's different to practice it, to be it, to live with your creative energy front and center, to wear your creative superpowers as your badge of courage, to consciously choose to create what you want in your life, to be a true creator. Creators prioritize making time and giving attention to nurturing their creative energy, to refueling regularly, to engaging in activities that support us, to enhance our natural ability to see the world with the curious eyes of a child, and to help us resist our tendency to drift back to living on autopilot. Because especially as women, it is our nature to care and to give and to support. And that usually ends up looking like serving everyone and everything else first. It's my hope for everyone who tunes into this show that you will take away a little golden nugget that reminds you just how powerful you are and supports you to make deliberate choices about how you want to live and who you want to be. We all know what happens when we don't. We spend our days wishing, hoping, and praying for something more, and someday never comes. So give yourself permission to play it again. I hope you'll go ahead and subscribe to this podcast, and please do share it with a friend. Until next time, stay curious, my friends. This is Nanette Saylor. Let's take this journey together.